Hi there, it's Joe Curtis here today, and I'm going to teach you hopefully something that you're going to find valuable. And what I'm going to discuss with you today is all about what's called a solo ad. Now, for those of you who don't know what a solo ad is, a solo ad is basically you paying to send an email advertisement of your business, your offer, to somebody else's email list. So you're renting, if you like, someone else's email list, and you're leveraging that person's email list, and you're paying them to send out an email to that list. So I'm just going to discuss with you how you actually buy a solo ad, some of the terms that you might not have heard of when buying a solo ad, and how you know if you're doing it effectively, and how to get a profitable solo ad running. So the first thing is you're going to buy some clicks, and I would always recommend, if you're going with a new solo ad seller, or you're going with a new solo ad website provider, any new solo ad that you're doing, you should be testing with no more than 100 clicks. Okay, unless you're very wealthy and you could just test 500 clicks and not even worry about it. If it goes like that, you're not worried about it, then fine, do that. You'll probably get a better idea, a better test. But for those of you who were like me when I first started, a small budget, you need to run no more than 100 clicks. So you're going to buy 100 clicks as a test. And if I just write that out, bear with me with my paint skills. 100 clicks, and you're going to buy 100 clicks. What this means is you're going to send out an email to some of the seller's email list, and from that you're going to get a certain amount of clicks on your website, a certain amount of real life people, real life visitors onto your website, onto your capture page. So I'd always recommend to send the traffic to a capture page. And if I just show you my capture page, hang on, let's just show you my capture page. Give me 1 second. Should have had this up ready before I started the video. Right, so this is the capture page that I'm using. Which you can see here is about our $10 system. I've never seen before. $10 business builds multiple residual income streams for you, all on 100% autopilot. Do not spend another dime on advertising until you get instant access and learn exactly how this works. And you can see here I've got this, which improves the opt-in rate. So my page roughly converts about 40 to 45%. Some solo ads that I've run, I've had 30%. And some solo ad sellers I've run, I've had 65%. So it varies between 30 and 65% on each solo ad that I run. So what that means is, if I send 100 visitors to this page, roughly between 30 and 65 visitors put in their email address. So on average, it's about 40%. So we'll just use 40% as an example in this video. So 40% of people that land on this page will put in their email address. And I'm going to tell you why that's important. You definitely want to send the traffic to a capture page that looks good, that loads fast, and has a good headline, nice background. Make it look appealing, because as we all know, first impressions do count. So you want a page that looks attractive, that's going to make people want to put in their email address and learn more. But at the same time, you don't want it overcrowded. You don't want a bunch of pop-ups and graphics and videos on the capture page. You don't want that. You just want a nice, clean, good-looking capture page, and it's simple. So if I just take you back to the paint file here, you're going to send 100 visitors to this capture page. On average, you're going to pay about 30 cents a click, 40 cents a click, something like that. Most of those sellers on the solo ad provider website that I use, you can get a solo ad for $30 for 100 clicks. So you're paying about 30 cents a click, something like that, 30-35 cents. It depends on the seller. You know, the more experience they have, they tend to charge more. The less experienced solo ad sellers, they tend to charge a bit less because they want testimonials, they want reviews, they want to get the business flowing, so they charge a bit less. But on average, let's take $30 as a rough idea of the price for 100 clicks. Now, most of the solo ad sellers are going to over deliver. So what that means is you pay $30 for 100 clicks, but they're actually going to give you a bit more. Most of them over deliver about 20%, which means you're actually going to get 120 visitors for $30. Not all of them over deliver, but most will say like over delivery 20%, over delivery. I've even seen some sellers that over deliver by 40% on their traffic. So you're going to get 120 clicks roughly onto your capture page for the $30, which just makes it a little bit cheaper. It brings it down to about 25 cents a click. So 120 clicks for $30 is what you're actually going to pay. So 130 visitors on the capture page here. I'm not going to drag this out too long. Like I said, 40% on average will opt in, put in their email address. So roughly that equals 48 leads. So anyone who puts in their email address becomes what's called a lead or an opt-in or a subscriber. This just means that they've passed the first stage of the buying process, if you like, and they put in their email address. They're interested in knowing more about the business. So 40% of 120 visitors is 48 leads. So 48 leads for $30 is what you paid for the advertisement. And a good round of thumb is if you're paying $1 or less per lead, then that is a really good cost per lead. So look at the amount of opt-ins you got when you run a solo ad, and look at how much you paid for the solo ad. And if it's under $1, then it's really, really good in terms of leads, lead cost, basically. Under $1, that's really good. So 48 leads have put in their email address. So if I just show you that process, they've gone to get instant access. They've confirmed they're not a bot. Obviously, this is my capture page, but everybody's going to have their own capture page. So 48 people put in their email address and they've landed on this page. Now, on this page is a video that myself and my business partner Abigail did, where we're introducing ourselves, we're discussing how our business works, how our system works, that they've opted in for more information about. So you can see here, these are we go through the compensation plan, we go through the support we have in place, we go through what they're going to learn inside the system. So 48 people are going to land on this page. Now, it's important to stress that, us personally, we've got a 46-minute video on this page, so not everybody's going to watch it all the way to the end. Sometimes it might be late at night for them. They might not have the money to join, even though they're interested. They might not have the time to devote to the business. There's all kind of reasons why someone would not, they want to do more research. They want to learn more about how it works. All these kind of things come into play about why someone might not want to straight away join the business. But that's okay, because we're not looking for, and it's important to stress, because when I first started doing solo ads, I thought, I want to buy a solo ad, I want to buy the traffic, and I want to profit straight away. I want to make a lot of money today from that advertisement. I want to take that advertising spend and turn it into a lot of money straight away today, money in the bank. But you've got to realize it doesn't quite work that way. And I'm going to explain about the expectations that you should have when doing a solo ad, because if you're expecting to make a lot of money straight away from the advertisement, although it's possible, although you can get lucky, you can have an offer, a capture page, a sales page, and you just get lucky on that run. You know, that person's list is very interested in this kind of offer. Then, of course, you could make profit straight away. But I'm going to tell you about what you should expect when you're doing a solo ad. So I'm going to take you back to the paint file here. We spent $30 on this advertisement, this solo ad, and we've got 48 leads. Now, with our system, our business, we're going to be earning a $7 commission for each sale we get straight off the bat. So we've got what's called a tripwire offer of $7, which is a low cost, low tier commission, low ticket product. So you're going to get higher conversions if you've got a lower tier product, obviously, than a high ticket offer on the front end. You should always have a low offer on the front end, because the goal is to generate a customer, generate a buyer, generate a teammate who's going to join you in the business. So $7 commission for each sale. And what we've been looking to do is try and recoup our investment straight away. So if we can recoup what we spent on the advertisement straight away out the bat, then that's a successful solo ad campaign. That is a successful, bar none, successful solo ad campaign if we get our money back. So you can hear we spent $30 on the advertisement. We're making $7 commission per sale we get from this business. So, of course, to recoup our investment, we're just going to say 4 signups. So that's what I would be looking to achieve straight away. You know, I'll run the ad today, run the campaign today. I'll be looking to keep trying new solo ad sellers, keep changing up the capture page, changing up the funnel, testing and tweaking, using a different capture page, using a different sales page, using a different video on the sales page, use a different provider, use a different solo ad website. This is why it's important to have a test different solo ad sellers, because some of them are going to match more to your offer and some are going to match worse to your offer. So just like the fact that when I spoke about the capture page, you know, anywhere between 30 and 65% of people on that page are opting in. That depends on the seller, depends on luck a little bit, okay? But even with luck, if you play enough numbers, you're going to get sort of similar trends show. But, you know, some sellers work better for different offers, different capture pages, that kind of thing. So just test it, keep testing it until you can break even on your advertising spend. So with $7 commissions, 4 sign-ups straight away, we would recoup $28 of that $30 that we spent. And I do, my dollar signs are awful, I do apologize for that. But $28 back from a $30 ad spend. So what's it cost us to run the ad if we spent $30 to get 100 visitors and we came out with 4 sales? Well, it's cost us $2. So we spent $30 and we recouped $28 from the initial sales. So the ad has only cost us $2. And you might be thinking, I've lost money. And when I first did solo ads and I first did paid traffic, and believe me, myself and Abigail, we've both spent hundreds. We've wasted, you know, a lot of money on doing this before understanding the process. And we just thought, oh no, we've lost money. We thought, and we did lose money because we didn't even have the follow-up system in place. We didn't have our own sales funnel in place or capture pages or anything. We just sent them straight to the offer. And you never want to send paid traffic straight to a sales page. And here's why. Because if you get 100 clicks and let's say you did get 4 signups, and that would be lucky if you're sending it straight to a sales page, right? That would be really, really fluke. It's just hard to make money because over the long term, and the reason is because if you haven't got a follow-up in place, you haven't got a capture page because you're sending them straight to a sales page, Well, that means you've got no way of following up. So you've got no future sales from this ad campaign. So these 100 visitors, they're either going to sign up straight away or you've lost them forever. You've got no system in place to keep them in the loop and use those leads to get some sign-ups in the future from those leads, if you like. I hope that makes sense. So you might think, I've just lost $2. I'm not going to do that again. Well, you didn't lose $2 because what you actually did was, remember, you got 48 leads and 4 of them signed up. So the other 44 leads, you've only paid $2 to get all those 44 leads. And you see the kind of the psychological, what's the word? The way of thinking, the mental shift there, from an amateur way of thinking it, which is I've just lost money on paid traffic, to a professional way of thinking it, which is I just got 44 leads into my follow-up system very, very, very cheaply. So for $2, you've got 44 leads who haven't brought straight away. Like I said, they might not have the time, they might not have the money, they might be busy doing other things, they might want to check it out, they might not even trust you, because obviously you've got the know, like, and trust factor. If people don't, if this is the first time they've encountered you, this is the first time they've encountered the business, maybe they've been scammed in the past, maybe they're skeptical, which a lot of people are, which is fine. So you're not going to have everybody joining straight away. You're going to get a percentage of people who join straight away, and you're going to have the majority who don't join straight away. But the good thing is, if you've got this set up right, with the paid traffic, then you're going to be fine. You're going to be able to make money even if you lose money on day one. Because there's a lot of shops out there and restaurants. If you think about it, you go to a restaurant, right? And this kind of method, this kind of mental thinking is like the long-term vision. You've got to see the long-term value of that customer. For example, we've been to a pub in the town here to have steak. We've been to that restaurant about 50, 100 times, and we've had steak because, it's really nice steak. We've got a relationship with the people in there. We've got a relationship with the steak because we've, if that makes sense, because we've had it a lot of times and we like it, we've gone there back time and time and time and time and time again. And I'm sure you're in the same position where you've been somewhere a lot of times. And that company, they didn't make most of their money on day one, the first time you ever stepped into the restaurant. No, they've made money from the future times that you've been there. So you might have spent a little bit of money the first time you went there, and then you've got something else, and then you've got something else, and then you've got something else. It's like all the progression of you going there over and over and over again. That's where their profits come from. So if you can break even, and all the big companies, they know this, Coca-Cola doesn't expect to make money from their initial advert. They test different adverts out. They will run multiple adverts, and they know that if you have a Coca-Cola and you love a Coca-Cola, you're probably going to get a Coca-Cola again and again and again and again and again. And it's that recurring income that is where the money is, where the profit is. And the money is in the list. The money is in the relationships that you have, especially with online marketing. The money is in the relationships that you have with the people, with your leads, basically. So it's all about, and if you saw my video I did earlier today, it's all about growing a list, building a relationship with that list. And if you've got a big list and they know, like, and trust you, that's how you're going to make the big money online, not just from one advertising campaign, etc. But anyway, I've sort of gone off topic there, so let's get back to the SoloAd paint file. So we paid $2 to get 44 leads, which are the people who didn't sign up straight away. With this system that we have, of the system that I have, that I use on a daily basis, what happens is all these leads that I got when they put in their email address on my capture page, they go into what's called an autoresponder. And it sounds like a long technical word, Sounds like, oh heck, you know, this is going to be something complicated, something technical, but it's not really. It's very simple concept, and I'm going to explain to you exactly what it is. So it's an autoresponder, and these things I all learned. These are things I learned. I used to think, you know, autoresponder was, I didn't understand what it was at all actually, a couple of years ago. So these are all things I've learned, and things that you want to learn as well if you're serious about making money online, growing a big list, and having a sustainable long-term income. So those autoresponder, what the autoresponder is a system that sends out emails on a daily basis to those leads that have opted into your capture page. So from this example, 48 people have put in their email address. Those email addresses go into my autoresponder, and then my autoresponder is sending them out daily emails that I'm writing. So I'm talking about the compensation plan, I'm talking about the business, I'm talking about myself, I'm talking about some tips and tricks, I'm giving them value, I'm talking about how I started, I'm talking about, you know, my story, I'm talking about all the kind of things, so that I can build a relationship with them, so they get to know, like, and trust me, those 48 leads, so that they get to know, like, and trust me, and so that they get to see me as a leader, someone who knows what they're talking about, okay? Someone they can trust to help them with their goals. So this is very important. If you're trying to get signups into your online business, the leads that you're getting, they need to be able to know, like, and trust you. And they need to be able to, the most important thing is they need to know that you can actually help them to get where they want to be. So I'll say that again. The leads that you get, into the leads that you collect, those leads need to know, like, and trust you, and they need to know that you're there to help them. So I give them value. I share trainings like this with them. I share lots of tips and tricks, mistakes that I've made that I don't want them to make. That way they get to trust me, and they are joining me, right? So the autoresponder sends out daily emails, and I plan to write, right now I've got over 50 emails in my follow-up sequence, but I plan to write 365 emails. So they get a year's worth of emails from me, right? They get a year's worth of email follow-ups from me. So 365 emails where they get to know me really, really well after that point. So I've built that relationship, and then I'm going to get more signups that come later on, and that's how the profit is. So that's where the profit comes from. That's where the money comes from the list. So yeah, I might have got 4 signups straight away, but out of those 44 leads that didn't sign up straight away, well, they're going to be getting a year's worth of emails from me, and in those emails are going to be links to remind them of the business they opted in for more information about. And in those emails, I've got, you know, links that say, check it out here, check out the business, check out the plan, see the step-by-step system here. And I've hyperlinked the here with this page here, which is it brings them back to the sales page that they saw when they first opted in. So every single one of those 365 emails, and by the way, you don't have to stop there. You can just keep writing and writing and writing. You could have years worth of emails. You could build a really strong relationship with your list, with your leads. That is what's going to get you long-term results, because if you've got that strong fortress of a follow-up sequence in place, it doesn't matter if you lose money when you do your advertising, right? Because you're going to recoup that. You're going to go way into profit down the line. And one more thing I'm going to tell you about is, if you're running paid traffic for the system we've got, then it's extremely good, right? It's extremely good. Let me explain why. With our system, every sale you get is a monthly recurring commission. So let's say you get 4 sign-ups straight away from that ad that you placed, or that solo ad. 4 sign-ups straight away, you earn $28. Now the next month, you know, if you're helping those people, you're working with those people, you're helping them to get results, the next month you're going to have 4 people still in the business, so you're going to earn another $28, right? every month, because it's $7 commissions you get every month. Now, if any of those people that you get from these solo ads go out and build a big team, which they will if you're playing the numbers and you're doing a weekly solo ad, you're doing a lot of traffic to your website, you're getting signups on a continual basis because you're playing the numbers, well, some of them are going to start building a team and they're going to be upgrading up the levels. So we've got silver level where they're paying you $42 a month. We've got the gold level where they're paying you $112 a month. We've got the platinum level where they're paying you $280 a month, and they're joining you in the other income streams as well. Do you see how one $30 solo ad could turn into thousands of dollars if those people, if some of those people, you know, which they will, some of those people stay with you a long time, they join you in the other income streams, they build a big team. So you've got to think long term. You've got to think, you know, I buy an advertisement today, and even if I get half of my money back straight away, you know, the next month you're going to have people joining you from the follow-up emails, and you're going to have people upgrading up those levels. So you're going to be in profit anyway with the solo ad. And I hope you got some really good value out of this video. I really do hope that you sort of understand the process. You've got a capture page, you send the traffic to the capture page. From that, you're going to get a certain percentage. In my case, 40% of people who put in their email address, they go into your autoresponder system that sends them out daily emails on the business. So even if they don't join straight away, they're going to be getting continual emails from you to build that relationship, build that connection with those people. And it doesn't matter how many signups you get straight away, over time, you're going to be getting influx of people joining your team from those follow-up emails, and also people who are upgrading up the levels inside our system, and they're going to be making more and more money for you on a monthly basis. So I hope that made sense. One more thing I want to say is, if you're thinking of doing solo ads, test and tweak. Only ever test with 100 clicks if you're doing it with a new seller, unless you've got a very big budget, you're earning a lot of money, and 500 clicks doesn't bother you. You know, and you want to stick with it on a weekly basis as well. So that's the last tip I can give you when it comes to solo ads. Don't just run a solo ad and then not run another solo ad for 3 months. Even if that's a higher amount of clicks, what you want to do is do it consistently. So every Friday or every Monday or every Saturday, buy a solo ad. If you get horrible results with one solo ad vendor, then go with a different solo ad seller, right? Use a different capture page, test and tweak so that you find that winning combination. And when you find that winning combination, just scale up. So the commissions that you're going to be making, you know, if you're getting, say, your money back on the solo ad, so you spend $30 on an advertisement and you get $30 back, take that $30, reinvest in more traffic to grow even more, grow your autoresponder even more, get more people in that system, getting your daily emails. That's how it's going to grow. That's how you're going to build a big list, and you're going to be getting a constant inflow of signups on a daily basis. So I will put the link below the video to connect me on Facebook. Feel free to do that. I'd love to connect with you. I'd love to discuss online marketing with you. I'd love to show you our system if you're interested, which only costs $10 to join, by the way. I'll put the link to check that out just below this video as well. And I think you'll see a little pop-up coming up on the screen now. Feel free to check it out if you'd like. And I hope you have a great weekend. It's a Friday night here. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.